Hi guys. Today we are going to be doing a speed build that of the Hanson's house that I made for them that they haven't moved into yet because they can't afford it. So again, let me know if you think I should cheat for money for them or if they should have to work for it. So far I have one vote for work for it. But nobody has left comments yet on what they think I should do. So, let me know your opinions. I do not claim to be a master builder or even very good at it at all. As you can tell from this video, there were in fact several times where I had to like pause to look stuff up on the internet. I Google stuff all the time. So, just, you know, there is a build in this world that the creator did a basement entrance that I was obsessed with. I absolutely loved it. And I spent an embarrassing amount of time trying to figure out how to do that. And then once I figured it out, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so easy. This is embarrassing. And so I did eventually figure out how to create that basement entrance. Um, but yeah, it took me a really long time. So, there is a lot of that in this video, um, of me trying to figure that out. So the house ends up being 3 stories, including the basement. So there's the upstairs, the main floor, and the basement bedroom. Um, there's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, um, and then just, kitchen, living room, the basics. Um, ended up being about 40,000 something. Um, yeah. So yeah, I went with more um pastel lighter, neutral colors as we started with this. I struggled with the floor plan a little bit, but I did eventually figure it out. Um, and then there was a glitch with the basement where I had to like completely delete it and redo it. So that was a pain. But I got that figured out as well. I don't know what to say, guys. I'm not that interesting of a person. Oh, this house does use like a lot of packs. I didn't stop myself from using packs. I do what I want. But I did go with a red brick house just because for me, our childhood home, my like first house I remember growing up in was a red brick house. And so yeah, I tried so many different ways to try to get that basement entrance, and I could not figure out how to get rid of that floor above it. And then when I did figure it out, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so stupid. 'Cause it's so easy. Um, anyway, so the red brick house, yeah, like my childhood home, the first home I remember was a red brick house. And so to me, those are like the most homey homes are the ones made of red brick, forever and always. That will always be a thing for me. So, for the Hancocks, I did give them a red brick home. This house is a lot nicer than my childhood home was. Obviously, it's much bigger, because it's in the sim. But, red brick for me. We were the only red brick house on the block, and so I always think of red brick house. I think this is when I was Googling how to figure out the basement. Yeah, that's when I figured it out. Um, is right then. I Googled it and then I was like, oh, all I had to do would click on it and say remove floor. That's all I had to do. And I was very upset. But I was glad to have it figured out because you know I really wanted that basement entrance. It kind of stinks for Carlton to have to go outside to enter his bedroom, but I didn't want to try to figure out where to put stairs inside. So I just decided he had to go outside to enter his bedroom because I'm mean like that and lazy. Basically, I'm just really, really lazy. So right here we're working on the entryway. I did, while decorating, given and turn on um the move objects cheat in build mode. So for you who don't know, they like when you're building in The Sims, everything's on a grid and they like it won't let you place things if it makes it so the Sims can't get to another object. And it doesn't always make the other object non-functional, but sometimes it can. So, but it wasn't, it was interfering with my decorating. I wanted it to look cute. And so I gave in and turned on the cheat, even though I don't usually in my houses, turn on build mode or, um, move objects, but I did while I was decorating this house. So that if you do download it and use it yourself, um beware of that. I also haven't play tested it, but I was pretty careful, so I don't think there will be any problems with anything. So just just a warning. But yeah, so that may be a thing. Um yeah. The house ended up having this like blue and brown theme as far as colors went, with like white and cream as accent colors. Um, I'm biased. I love blues, and so I naturally gravitate towards them. And I try really, really hard to switch things up, but it just happens. It just happens. If you have anything you want me to build, let me know and I would be happy to give it a try. Like I said, I'm no expert builder, but I do enjoy it. It is a challenge. This house did take me like 3 hours to build. Um, so like I said, I'm not very fast and I wouldn't say I'm super great at it, but it is fun. I do enjoy it. So yeah, as you can see, the most of the downstairs ended up being this light blue um, color. Um, the house ended up being a lot more expensive, and I probably could go through and change some of the decorations to make it less expensive. So that's an option we could do. When I built the house, um, Winston was still a toddler, and I was planning on moving them in while he was still a toddler. But as we know, he aged up in the last episode. So, and they're still not in the house. So I did off camera go in and update his bedroom, and then I put a um monkey bars. I put monkey bars in the backyard for him as well. So yeah. Again, let me know if you think I should cheat money for them. I kind of want to, just because I put a lot of effort into this house. And I want them to live there. But so let me know. But if you guys want me to keep struggling to get them into a bigger house, I will do it because it is called a Let's Play for a reason. So we're gonna play together you guys get to, you know, have a say in what happens. So again, you just gotta let me know what you want to have happen. Otherwise, I'm gonna do what I want. Um, I wanted to make sure that the house had at least two computers because I knew that Carlton was going to be um, joining the computer club, and but then mom and dad both need computers for their work. Um, so I used this upper landing next to their bedroom as a little office area for them. Just because there's not a lot of other use for it, and so we might as well use it for something. But this, I had a lot of fun. This new pack, the high school years pack, came with so many, so many new beds, just tons of new beds. So I got to use a new swatch, and so decorating their room was fun because I haven't ever used that bed before, and I I don't know if I love the way it turned out. I'm not so sure about the leaf wallpaper behind their bed, but I went with it anyway. So this was me looking at all the different swatches of beds and trying to decide which one I wanted the most. This bedroom ended up being just too big. Like I didn't it just was too much to fill up. Um, I can't remember. I got interrupted at this point, and so there's a little pause. But yeah, so the bedroom just became it was just too big. But it was acting weird and wouldn't let me like make it smaller the way I wanted to. So I do end up deleting the basement and then rebuilding it because it was being annoying. Um, and so yeah, that is trying out all the new rugs. This pack has so many fun build items. Um, yeah, it was super fun to get to use them. Yeah, see, this is what it was doing where it like made the wall like disappear and I couldn't get it to reappear, and it was just being very frustrating and not doing what I wanted it to do. So I tried rearranging the furniture and I thought about putting a bathroom downstairs, and then I was like, I don't want to do that. And so, yeah, I did end up just deleting the whole thing and rebuilding. Um, I did save first because I'm not about, crashing my game. 'Cause I had spent a lot of hours at this point building this room. So it was, I did not want to have to do it again. Um, but yeah. So got a smaller room. One of my favorite Sims creators, content creators, she always says that if you are having a hard time making your space look good, it's probably just because it's too big. And she's always right. Again, I still think this room is probably a little bit too big, but hopefully as like the game goes on, we can earn trophies and whatnot. And it'll fill up more and be more fun. But yeah, so we will see what happens. Um, because in my mind, Carlton is just like a super great, good teenager. And so I was like, well, he would probably have a clean room. And then I was like, he may be a good teenager, but he's still a teenager. And so I was like, his room can be a mess. That's fine. Um, and then I wanted to give them a little hangout area down here. And this pack comes with a lot of really fun fluorescent lighting, which I had a hard time finding. But I did eventually find it. It's in decorations and not lighting, if you're looking for it, by the way. Um, and so, but yeah, it's got a lot of fun fluorescent lighting. And so, I wanted to incorporate some of that in this. Um, and so overall, I'm pretty happy with how the house turned out. I did also use debug for the landscaping. We haven't started that yet, but you can basically get free or really cheap items from um oh, I had to look up the cheats for that. But and then I found the fluorescent lights. But you can get free or really cheap items from Debug, which are basically just items that you'll find around the world that aren't in the Build by catalog. And so I used that for the landscaping to help keep the price down, which is probably a little cheaty, but I do what I want. So come at me. It's that I think I typed it in wrong several times. I can, it's It's okay. This is actually a really fun lot too in this world. It's I think the little river nook or something like that. Um, and so it is right next to the carnival ground. Um, and so it's really fun. Um, you can just like walk right over to the carnival grounds. So it's a fun neat lot and it's beautiful. Like the the scenery is just gorgeous. You've got that little bridge and I you can't really interact with it much, but it is just beautiful to look at with the bridge and the river and um just I just think it's a very, very pretty lot. Um Yeah. So, yeah, most of these plants were free, I believe, I think, to help keep the costs down because, you know, they still can't afford it. Yeah, it's fine. But I did use these stones that you can find and I sized them up or down or whatnot to make this stone path, um, up to their front door. Because we don't really I couldn't find anything that I really liked because this one annoying thing about this lot is it doesn't have like anything leading up to it. It's just like a grass patch. There's no like path leading up to it, so it's just like grass leading up to the house. And so it's kind of awkward to make a path. Um, Another way to make your houses and your build look more realistic and more, I guess, polished is to use the terrain paint tools. They can really give it that like finished look that like, oh yeah, someone actually lives here. And I usually just use it around like the edges of the house, around areas that would be walked in a lot, um, and places like that. So now we are going to hop into the game and take a tour of the house. So we are in the game now. Um, and so there are mods to make it so you can walk through in first person, but I was searching all day and I haven't been able to figure out which ones they are. So I will figure that out for the next speed build that we do. But um, this is the house. Um, so here we are. We got the nice little river in the background. pond-ish area right there. Yeah. So now we will do our walkthrough. So you walk through the front door and you've got your umbrella stand next to the front door with your little coat rack, mirror, shoes area, everything nice and organized, nice and neat for Carly, our neat, proper sim. She was like this, I'm pretty sure. And then if you take a right, you walk into the living room area. We've got a TV, some magazines, just some entertainment, and the kitchen. Again, very neat. I think having white counters is crazy because they stain and children are messy. But if you have white counters, kudos to you. Got a little dining area for the family and a back door that leads out to the basement. Um, if we go back to the entrance hall and we turn right or left, I know my direction. We've got the little main floor bathroom at the end of the hall with a shower tub combo if there are any toddlers in the home that need to be bathed. And then we've also got Winston's bedroom. We have a little bookcase, a Blarfy, just a bed, toy chest, and I thought since he is kind of mischievous and kind of a wild child that he would enjoy the little scientist table to make concoction. Um, so that is the down or the main floor. If we go upstairs, it takes us to first just a little office for Carly and Julian, and then into their bedroom. Pretty simple. Most of the house is simple. I was trying not to go overboard. I could have made this house much more expensive, believe it or not. Just a simple little closet, little ensuite for them. Again, I'm not sure how I feel about this wallpaper, but you know, I just went with it. So that's what we've got. If we go downstairs to the basement, we've got our little basement entrance and sitting area. Um, just for chatting with friends. And then Carlton's bedroom. Like I said, he is a teenager, so I felt like having some mess was acceptable. And then he's got this cute little poster alarm clock that I am obsessed with. I just love it so much. Most of his bedroom is decorated with decorations from the new pack. I honestly am loving the build mode items from the new pack. So he's got his computer for his computer club and just, the basic needs. So that is the Hancock's house. Let me know what you think and if we should cheat to get them into this house or if we should make them work to earn the money. Leave your comments in either this video or our last video, and thanks for hanging out.